Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. The crowd is buzzing for this one here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Old Dog. You can see who has the power advantage. And they'll be facing Powerhouse. As you can see, they will enjoy a reach advantage. And these guys will be fighting in the cruiserweight division. Plenty of power and some good footwork as well.
Todd, this is well anticipated.
First up, Old Dog from Ireland. The last time we saw them in action, they pulled off a very close win. Against them, Powerhouse from Ireland. The last time we saw them in action, they lost by a TKO. Let's see how they bounce back here.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Ireland, wearing the red trunks, trimmed with green, the Old Dog. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Ireland, wearing the cyan trunks, trimmed with pink, Powerhouse.
Not too many seats to be. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Straight right just misses. Right hook is scoring. He threw a punch and just got countered. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. You know they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Can't find a home with that jab. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that... Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, this fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Just misses with that uppercut. And we may see an early stoppage here. That was the moment.
Defense, defense, defense.
Whoa, did you see that? Down goes Powerhouse. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I I've got to see that again.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Why weren't they covering up? And Powerhouse has been dropped. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four, five, six,
His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
The bell rings and we start the third. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. How about that time counter shot? Swing and a miss with that hook. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Punch, counter punch. It's like a game of joust. They both pulled that thought. The defense failed them, and Powerhouse has been knocked down. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
How about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? Brooklyn Hall. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Old Dog. And they will have a power advantage here. And they'll be facing Freight Train. And this boxer not going to throw the first punch. They prefer to answer yours. They're a counter fighter. This is the cruiserweight division, and we're talking about some serious power here.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
First up, Old Dog from Ireland, coming off a very close win. Against them, Freight Train from the United States of America.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
And with that, let's go into the ring. And the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Ireland. Wearing the red trunks with green trim. The Old Dog. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the cyan trunks trimmed with white. Freight Train.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You
can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Nice counter shot. This fight has a real good flow to it. Nice defense on that right hook. You know, they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. The jab doesn't quite connect. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That uppercut doesn't land. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to... Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Well, this fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for them. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That hook was off target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so...
There's the bell for round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. They block the left there. Missed him with that uppercut. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter shot. The stamina is off the chart. Hold it right there. And we may see a stoppage here. Looks like trouble was averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. And now going for the finish. Appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wait.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And down goes Freight Train. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Are we about to see a first-round knockout? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
There's the bell to start round 5. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They exchange punches. Nope, that uppercut does not score. His stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. An uppercut does not score. Can they finish it? We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight.
Let's start the sixth. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. That counter punch caught him clean. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap.
Whoa, Johnny! Do you believe what we are seeing? And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again. Whoa, wait a minute! And they got caught! And it appears this fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. And he will stop the fight.
I was getting a little anxious there. This is a career-ending fight.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
What's next? A TKO makes it so confusing because you think, what would have happened if the fight carried on? These guys are going to have to do it all over again.